So all day yesterday and all day today, I've just been spending a lot of extra time, one-on-one time with God and prayer and devotion and reading my Bible. And this morning, first thing this morning, I just had this intense desire to go read through some of my old stuff from programs 5 years ago. And as I was flipping through this notebook, this one page stood out to me, and I just read all of my notes on this page, and I was just like, wow, God, I really needed to hear that. So then lunchtime rolled around and I pulled up YouTube like I always do, and it was time to watch my afternoon devotion of my favorite preacher. And as I'm sitting there listening to the first couple minutes, she is literally preaching on the same thing that my notes were on in the morning. And I'm like, I see you, God. My whole life, I've always been told that if you hear something or see something repeated 2, 3, 4 times, to pay attention to it because it's probably God trying to really speak to you. So I'm like, okay, God, I see you. I needed that. It was like a complete breakdown of what my notes were from the morning. I'm like, this is awesome. And then tonight, I literally opened a book that I haven't opened up to in forever. And usually whenever I open up one of my books, I open up to a random page, even though most of them are dated for you open up to today's date and you read that passage. Well, today I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up to today's date, September 11th. Let's see what today's date has to say instead of a random page. And literally, this reading also tied in almost to a T of what both of those other things we're talking about today. So I'm like, God, I know you want me to share this with somebody. I know you want me to pay extra attention because now this is 3 times today. This is just a quick breakdown of what I'm going to be talking about more in depth tomorrow. I have my notes all broken down, and I really want to just share what I have learned all throughout my day today with you. But I just feel like I need to sit on it more. I just feel like I need to pray on it more. So until then, I'm just going to read this quick little reading that is titled Wait on Him. So the first part of it is Isaiah 40:31. Those who wait for the Lord, who expect, look for, and hope in Him, shall change and renew their strength and power. They shall lift their wings and mount up close to God as eagles mount up to the sun. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint or become tired. Isaiah teaches us to wait for the Lord when we know our strength needs to be renewed. One more time. Isaiah teaches us to wait for the Lord when we know our strength needs to be renewed. Waiting for God means spending time with Him in His Word, in His presence. There are certain people we can draw strength from just by being around them. Their very presence, the way they talk and approach life, seems to make us feel better when we are discouraged or feeling down in any way. Likewise, there are others who can always make us feel worse. They have a way of putting a negative edge on everything. When you and I need to be strengthened, we should spend time with God and with people filled with His Spirit. Spending time in God's presence is like sitting in a room filled with sweet-smelling perfume. If we sit there long enough, we take the fragrance with us when we leave. It will be in our clothing, in our hair, and even in our very skin. Moses was a man of prayer. He spent a great deal of time fellowshipping with and talking to God. He knew that if God did not help him, he would fail miserably. Because of Moses' faithfulness to seek God, he was given an assuring message. And the Lord said, "My presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest." It's always so amazing to me that God can just shine a light right on what I need to hear that very day, as long as I am being still, as long as I am seeking Him, as long as I am actively turning my will over to Him and saying, "No, God, I can't do this on my own. You lead the way." I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to God. Like my faith is just strengthening more and more. The more that I pour into Him, He pours back into me. So I just had to share that reading with you guys. And I cannot wait to come back tomorrow and just share everything that God has laid on my heart the past 2 days. So I hope you have a great night tonight and keep turning it over to God. He's got us. I will see you on the next video. Peace.